How is it that successful marketers always seem to be innovating? They always seem to be doing new, amazing, and exciting things. How do they do it? Well, stick around because the answer just might surprise you. So I've been talking a lot about Jeff Walker's product launch formula launch that's coming up. This live masterclass that he's doing, and it is just crazy innovative. And the thing is, it seems like all successful marketers are constantly innovating. And that's for three reasons that I'm going to cover today. The first reason is that successful marketers are always experimenting. They live by the motto, it's my motto of ABT, always be testing. They're always trying new things. They're always trying to get just a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better by constantly experimenting. Second, successful marketers are not afraid of risk. We're not afraid of risk. I remember years ago I was having dinner at the time they were new acquaintances. And the guy who is in a profession that's like a quote unquote typical profession, right? He said, man, when you went out on your own, you became an entrepreneur. That must have been like really risky, right? I thought about it, like, that is the least risky thing that I have ever done because now I have new streams of income, And so, yeah, there was a fear, but now in retrospect, I look at it and go, that was the least risky thing I've ever done. Successful marketers are the same way. They're not afraid of that risk. And usually in hindsight, we look back on our risks and we go, it wasn't really that risky. But sometimes you've got to be willing and ready to take a little risk with your business. And third, successful marketers know what innovation really is and isn't. You see, PLF has been around for more than a decade. I mean, literally like tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people have used it to launch their products, their businesses, their email lists, whatever it is. I mean, it works. It is proven. It is rock solid. But Jeff is innovating by doing two unique things. Number one, he is giving away tons of free information. Now, I said in a recent post that, quoting Jeff, that he said, like, we're pushing the boundaries about how much free information we can give away and not backfire. And he built this whole PLF empire, and the whole premise of it is to give away free content, free content, free content, and then ask for a sale. But the reality is that the free content is a fraction of what to expect inside the paid course. Well, he's pushing the boundaries, as he says, and he's going to see how much free can he give away before it actually comes back maybe to haunt him. Because the risk there, going back to that risk thing, the risk is that he gives away so much free content that nobody buys. They're like, I got all that I could possibly need or use. So he is pushing those boundaries. He's giving away tons of free content in this launch. And the second big innovation, unique thing that he's doing is he's doing it all live. He's doing it all live, but the framework is still the same. The principles are still the same. He's applying the PLF framework, but with a new twist. It's a new twist on an old framework, which itself is a twist on older concepts. I mean, the entire PLF framework, as I mentioned in that post recently, it's built on concepts that have been around for decades or centuries or sometimes since the dawn of man. We're talking about community and scarcity, or scarcity if you like, reciprocity, social proof. See, Jeff didn't invent those, but he put them together in a formula. He tested it. He proved it worked. He tried it with others, and it worked some more, and then he gave it a name. He named it. Think about like Adam naming the animals, right? You see, innovation doesn't require some grand flash of genius. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. In fact, doing so can be dangerous because when you're too far outside the accepted norms of society, your marketing usually fails. The key here is to understand that innovation works within existing mental constructs. Take the iPhone, for example. On the surface, it might seem like this is one of the grandest and most outrageous innovations of all time. It was crazy, right? I remember when it came out, it was like, oh my gosh, this is the newest thing ever. But it worked within existing mental constructs and with existing resources. If you think about it, when you break it down, it uses cell phone towers, which had been around for quite some time. They already existed. It was a handheld device. We were familiar with that concept. In fact, it was pretty similar to the iPod. It wasn't even that different from something they already had. Internet on the phone. I'd had internet on my phone for a couple of years. That wasn't anything new. Touch screens had been around for probably a decade or more. You know, that it built on existing mental constructs and resources. But the innovation was putting it all together, packaging it, giving it a name, and being willing to take the risk that it would actually work. Jeff didn't invent reciprocity or social proof. He didn't come up with the idea one day of scarcity or discover that, community is a great selling feature. He didn't invent those things. He didn't invent the idea of a sales video or create the concept of affiliate partners. None of those were original inventions for Jeff. He took existing ideas, packaged them together in a unique way that gets results. Now, his new launch is one that you're going to want to watch. You want to study every step of it. You can watch the innovations that he's putting into practice. Now, the link is mattmcwilliams.com/watch Jeff. mattmcwilliams.com/watch Jeff, and you can watch everything that he's doing. But as you do, study how this innovation comes from being willing to test new things, to take risk, and combine decades of experience into a new thing, what you might call an innovation. Jeff didn't invent live video. It's been around for a while. His launch is not a detour from his proven formula. It's just a new way of marketing, which I'm excited to watch. I want to see this. I want to see every step he takes and every move he makes, and you should be too. So watch him, learn from him, take good notes, okay? Again, the link is mattmcwilliams.com/watch Jeff. And as Jeff would say to close a video, let's go get him this week.